hadith comes to us from our seventh holy Imam, Imam Musa al-Kadhim salawatullah wa salamuhu alayh. And he helps us to understand how the aql can become more powerful, more insightful, more bright as nur, the divinely given light to me and you. And on the other side, that the sins that we do darken and dim this divine nur, blunts this nur. Imam alayhi salam al-Kadhim says the following: when two things come your way and you do not know which one of them is good and correct, then look at which one of them is closer to your desire and then oppose it. You see, sometimes we don't know whether I'm supposed to do this act or I have a desire for this thing. It could be anything. It could be a desire to look at haram, to say haram, to eat something more than I need to, have a sweet dish, whatever it is. Where is it coming from? It's emanating from a desire, isn't it? Hawa. It's emanating from a point of desire, and that part of my nafs that is telling me, enjoy yourself. Be free. It can be free to have a sweet dish. It can be free to go and do harm to someone. In either way, the hawa is telling me, go out and do this thing. When these things come to me, Imam al-Kadhim alayhi salam says, if you know it's coming from a place of desire, oppose it. When two things come your way, and you do not know which one is good and which one is correct, then look at which one of them is closer to your desire and oppose it. For most of good is found in opposing your desires. Most of good is found in opposing your desires. Now immediately, any desire, as a base starting point, any desire that you have that is not halal or mustahab, that's the one that should be opposed. There are certain desires which are halal and mustahab, correct? Put those to the side for a minute. Whatever is remaining, the more you oppose it, the stronger your aql will become. And the more you refrain from muharramat and makruhat, the stronger your aql becomes. I'll give you a couple of stories and insights to help us to be able to understand this point at a little bit deeper of a level. Those of you who are either studying sciences or have had to study sciences to a deeper level, there is a brain structure which is called the anterior mid-cingulate cortex. Dr. Saab, you know about it? Done surgery on it, right? Yeah? You know. He's like, yeah, of course I know about it. Yeah. Just, got one in my pocket. Here you go. There's a part of the brain structure called the anterior mid-cingulate cortex. Cingulate is spelled with a C, not with an S. Cingulate cortex. This part of the brain grows through specific actions. I'm reading it to you so that I don't make any mistake. I'm not a scientist. I can only tell you what I've read and studied a little bit. When people do something that they don't want to do, this is very specific. When people do something that they don't want to do, such as adding a chore to their task list, saying no to something that they desire, or resisting something that they want, this particular brain area grows. So I'm giving you the insight. Even in neuroscience, you can understand the idea behind aql. The aql grows, becomes sharper, more powerful. The nur is clearer for you when you oppose your own desires, whatever the desire is. If you're in control of yourself and you can put out that desire, it grows. And if you can stop the muharramat and the makruhat, it grows. And if you could, and I'll also talk about the mustahabbat in a minute from Imam al-Qadim alayhi salam. He says certain mustahabbat increase the nur. When people say that they want, they do something that they don't like to do, they want to add a chore to their task list, say no to something, resist something, this part of the brain becomes bigger, the anterior mid-cingulate cortex. Neuroscientific studies have found that the biggest part of this brain structure is found in whom? It's larger in people like athletes. Athletes have to be brilliantly disciplined people, don't they? They're the ones who have to oppose putting things in their body. Sometimes it's alcohol, junk food, right? Drugs to make them go faster, whatever it may be. They have to oppose themselves. They have to be ultimately disciplined in the gym at 7 a.m. every single morning. Double sessions, triple sessions. They are the people that have some of the largest anterior mid-cingulate cortexes out of studies. I always have to check. I don't know it by heart. It's smaller in people who are obese, because often a person who is obese cannot say no to his or her desires. The desire of food, it's coming from that hawa, that Muawiyah bin Abi Sufyan. Ahsan, the hadith of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he has a very large belly. It's larger in athletes, it's smaller in obese people, but the studies show that when obese people diet and restrict themselves and say no to the types of food that previously they would have liked, that part of the brain grows. And people who perceive challenges and learn to overcome challenges, it's also bigger in their brain. So from the scientific perspective, there is a part of the brain that grows on the premise of overcoming your own desires, discipline. From the nur perspective, it grows when you overcome your desires, when you say no to whatever your desire is. Non-halal, mustahab desires, and even halal desires. Sometimes when you have to control halal desires. It's halal for you to have a cake. For the imam, it's haram. For marja, it's haram upon himself. I can tell you that in a story about Sayyid Sistani, he himself has said, or it's narrated that he said, I am proud that in all my life, I've never had a sweet dish. I can tell you, for example, in my own experiences with Sayyid al-Marja al-Mudarrisi, I've never seen him have a chai, for example. He'll have warm water, but he won't have cold, satisfying water. Oppose his own desire. Something as simple as that.